Hello, everybody! Fearmy Games, a new part of the Napoleon Total War campaign as Napoleon in 1792. You might be wondering, what the hell, a new part for this one? I wasn't expecting this one for a long ass time. Well, the reason why I decided to make up a new part for this one is mostly because of the fact that I've been really wanting to play it. It's very fun. I like the setting. It's a very unique way compared to a lot of things. So while I could be using this time to record more Grand Cathay, and I will spend some time recording Grand Cathay the next couple of days, but right now, I just think that I want to play a lot more. I want to play some Napoleon Tour, especially because I'm worried that I might not be. I'm worried about trying to move the save over when my computer is completed, when my new computer arrives. So I want to get as much in as possible right now, and hopefully I'll be able to save it and finish it. So I want to kind of dive in this one to give me that motivation. Well, let's get this party started. We're going to retake, I believe we're taking, I believe we lost the settlement. It's been a long time. I assume we lost the settlement, now we're trying to retake it. Using I think we're currently in France itself, so I'm assuming what's happened is that this is a lost area near Paris. And that was taken, and now we're using the army in the west and moving eastward to take it out. And I plan to also take Holland as well with this exact same army. Taking over and then maybe reinforcing Napoleon and assisting him in the endeavors. That or this army's in the southeast, but I think it's in the north. We'll find out. So, Facas Louis Bouillot. Alright, so we have our guard infantry, we have our line infantry, and we have our militia. These are rebels, actually. Interesting. They are rebels. So we got to have several choke points that they could hold. We thankfully have one cannon that we can make use of in this battle. Better than no cannons, if I do say so. We're gonna get our units nicely in a line. I check the audio because I do not hear anything, which is kind of strange. Sound catching system is for Windows default. Memory, sound channels. I guess maybe it's just the music solo. Yeah, I don't actually hear anything. It's weird. I'll need to fix that, I think. But oh well. I'll fix that between this part and the next part. So we have the line infantry be our nice solid center. And then we're gonna have the militia be the flanks. Well, it does make, and then we're going to make. Oops, I grabbed one extra unit. Looks like. And then I'm gonna grab this whole thing, and I'm gonna move it a little bit to the right here. I guess I can't do that for some reason. Yes, let's just grab this whole line and just move it right where I want it. Yeah, maybe it's just too big. Let me grab this chunk and just drag it over here. So, dang it. I actually set one of the guys up where I didn't want them to be. I want them to be at most about 3 or 4 deep. I think after that, though, admittedly, it looks like some of the guard battalions, which are gigantic in size, will not work with me here. Well, nothing we can do about it. I'll just use this one as a reserve unit over here. Maybe move it up in the near future. We're going to use this guy over here. We're going to use this guy over here. And we're going to use the general in the center. We're going to use this cannon here. We're going to try and make use of it. I'm not sure how well we'll be able to, considering the range. I think I might keep it unlimbered, right? Or unlimbered or unlimbered? I forget. I forget which one's which. It's currently designed so I can move it. Okay, so this is going to be one group over here. This is going to be another group over here. Yeah, so it's going to be these guys. Where are you? You're over here, you're right there. Okay, we're good. Alright, let's get this party started. I want to make sure they're walking to where I want them to go. I don't want them running to tire themselves out. Oops, actually it's a little bit more over here is where I want it to be. Oops, I accidentally told the wrong unit to move there. There we go, that's much better. Fixed it. This one I'm going to order to move over here. Make sure they're walking, not running. Walking. So the journal's bodyguard over here. The cannons, we definitely want to get in as ideal spot as possible. I think that spot's going to be right there. We have the left flank's calf, so we'll move you over here. Diamond formation, why not? You are a light infantry unit, so you have some gun capacity. Alright, so we're going to speed up the battle, that way the troops are moving moving to where we want them to go, because we, again, do not want to run. Running is a bad idea, so try to avoid it whenever possible. Looks like the enemy rebels are actually making their way over to me now. It's interesting to know. I'm going to pause it real fast. Set to play. Set these guys right there. And I'm going to get the cannons unlimbered once they're... I think I could press shift and then unlimber, and then they'll start doing it after they get to position. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe they didn't actually do that. Let me speed this up now. And the range will match. So yeah, our cannons are trying to fire. Our cannons apparently have unlimited ammunition, which I think is kind of OP, but what am I going to say about it? I do think the enemy cannons are actually firing at us too. So I'm going to set it back to normal mode real fast. So it looks like all of our guys are in position. However, it looks like the enemy did not advance as far as I was expecting. So I'm actually going to advance slightly. No, they're not moving out on this flank. So I'm going to move them up a bit more where I want them to be. This guy over here is going to move there. I'm going to have him run to meet it. I'm going to start making troops go where I want them to go now. Get you inside there. Enemy cav is actually incoming, so I need to start moving my cav up to intercept. I cannot hear what it's telling me. Well, apparently it's telling me I captured a building. The Hussars' initial charge failed. They did get us some kills, but my line infantry held nicely, which is good. And over here, our infantry are successfully bombarding the enemy. It looks like the enemy does have a cannon over here, so I'm going to start moving my cav into trying to take that position. Start moving these guys up to run. Same thing with these guys. Reinforce them, essentially. This flank over here is basically doing all it needs to do. I'm going to start separating them out now into their own little groups to move where I need them to go. I'm going to have you guys start taking the streets. You guys can start investing yourselves over here to where the enemy infantry is allocated. You, meanwhile, I'll have you move over there. I'm going to start basically having this flanking before I start running. I'm going to keep an eye over here, make sure the enemy isn't doing a gung-ho charge against me right now. Looks like the enemy cannon is doing just fine there. I'm going to keep these guys focused over here. See my cav, where is it? It's over here. I'm going to order them to run around until they get to this cannon emplacement on the enemies.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Oh, looks like that rebel militia came back, so I'll deal with them with my cav. Apparently I kind of set this one the wrong direction, but oh well, we're winning on this flank anyway, so it's not the end of the world. So much smoke in the air, man. Jeez, it's hard. It makes it so hard to see. I wonder if this is actually how it was in old and ancient. I should say battles of the era, not ancient battles. This isn't really ancient. It's colonial period. I'm not sure exactly when the exact colonial era ended, so it could very easily be colonial era. Are you firing? Yes, but you could have a better angle on people to fire at, so let me get you into a better position. Same with you, really. You're not really properly positioned to make use of your full force. I could have ordered you guys to move a little bit faster to where I need you guys to go. I want you actually to melee those boys down. Keep those militiamen in place. How's this flank looking? Looks like we can start moving up a bit with this force. Same with this one. Move this guy over here to make it more of a directed attack. I'm going to start ordering these guys over here to deal with the enemy cannons. Meanwhile, over here, the militia are all starting to fall to the might of our gunmen. There's still a cannon there that's still doing some damage. I think the enemy's about to rout. Okay, you, meanwhile, I want you guys to get into melee here. Take them out, boys! Charge! You may be tired, but I think you guys might be better than this SR. Charge! Alright, the SRs have a little bit of the high damage, so we'll see how well that pans out. Alright, we've taken this position. We're starting to keep up the. We're going to keep advancing, though for some reason these guys are not moving where I tell them to go, which is a bit annoying, but honestly a bit understandable considering it is total war. Understandable, I mean expected. That's basically what I mean by that. Start advancing up these guys here. Just gonna have you start moving over here. You over here. You two start moving over here. You guys are doing something. Good, the cannons are taken out there, and victory is ours. Consider a heroic victory. Alright, I don't know if that's a you know, a snub on how good I did, or telling me just how amazing I am. But either way, I'll take it. So we lost only about 86 men in that battle. I definitely think we played that properly. So we're gonna take Habsburgs next. Looks like. Why? If I just beat him up? Oh, I guess maybe it was loading still. There you go, they surrendered. Oh, I didn't know that attack also happens. Let's peacefully occupy because it is our own territory. We don't want to get it destroyed. See, they didn't. Looks like they, I just need to repair this building. It'll be all good. I don't remember what it was like before, so I can't tell you if they just ruined it or not. Bright side, now we can take out. I'm going to take out these rebels real fast. As these rebels are dead, I'll be able to go to Southern Nepal and Netherlands to take it out. I'm just going to auto-resolve this battle. We lost a bit more troops here than I think we should have, but I think that's the cost of auto-resolving. So what's the research looking like? Looks like we're going strong there. Now let's see what the situation is, because I don't quite remember what it is. I think we have a bit of a small force here, just in case the Navy does anything. But overall, we're doing just okay. We would be very susceptible to a naval landing, so very much keep an eye on that. I think we have one. No, we don't. I actually thought we had a unit over here to hold. One thing I might need to do is start just placing one single unit in my ports, like a militia unit, and have that be responsible for basically keeping the British from using our ports against us. I could have sworn I was having an army in the southeast. Maybe I was wrong. I'm at war with these guys. Alsace-Lorraine, I guess, must have been attacked because they're all replenishing. I'm building cannons here, and it looks like Napoleon is. No, wait, Napoleon's not there. Where is Napoleon? Napoleon's not there either. Oh, there's Napoleon right here. Because Württemberg's also at war with us. So we're not going to immediately assault them. I'm going to continue the siege. And I want to double check our objectives real fast because I don't quite remember what our victory conditions are. So we must hold 35 regions. We currently hold 12. We need to have the list of victory conditions, which are going to be Northern Italy. We need Southern Netherlands and Holland. However, we apparently do not need. Oh, we hold this territory already. Never mind. So yeah, we need to take Holland and Southern Netherlands. So that they'll be conquered. This one, which region is this? I think this is Friesa right here. We're at peace with them, so we don't need to worry about attacking them or dealing with them right now. We're at peace with these guys, so ideally we won't have to go to war with them. Yeah, we don't need to really push any eastward towards Germany, except just to take the regions we need. Württemberg will be dealt with, Switzerland will then be dealt with afterwards, and from there, we're going to push into Milan and Venice. This way this map looks, is this one not, this one says northern, okay, so northern Italy is this one, and then this is that other region. Okay, perfect. We don't need to make war with these guys, we just need northern Italy, where Milan is. I'm not too interested in going any further into Italy if we don't have to, so probably what we'll do is take Switzerland, push into Milan, take it, then push over to Tyrol, and maybe keep Bavaria alive, and basically, I don't quite make us to where we need to go, but at the very least, it'll put us into a position where we will be ready to essentially take a win condition. We might need to go to war. We might need to like make an attack against England, because once we have peace in the mainland, we definitely need to focus on England, and England's going to be a pain in the butt. I think last episode we lost our pirate ships over here. Our pirate ships over here that we were using to raid British channels were kind of pushed out. I think we technically won the battle because I think the time thing happened. We're currently raiding a trade route. Can I trade with anybody though? Yeah, and I cannot trade with anybody I'm not already trading with, so we're kind of like locked off there. Definitely think I need to make more militia when I can afford it, but I don't think I can really afford it right now. It's definitely something I will need to do soon. Let's see, it'll take probably a couple turns until these guys are done, because it is a slow replenishment rate. Looks like the Netherlands is deciding to chase after my ship, I think. We might be able to run away, but doubtful. Maybe I should have ran a little bit further before I started raiding their trade routes. And that's just me trying to be strategic. Let's run to retreat. They might, but it looks like they're going to be able to chase after us. After all, fortunate. I'm just going to auto-resolve this battle, because apparently I have no idea how naval battles work. And we got defeated, fortunately. I did not want to dedicate the 60 minutes we require just to fight the time limit battle. I'm just not interested enough in it, to be honest. There we go, now I'm speeding it up. Keep forgetting I have to press spacebar every time I load in to make sure it speeds up nicely. So we now have cannons in Alsace-Lorraine built. We have a heroic death of our admiral. And war's been declared between Spain and Bayern, wherever that is. But it's not us, that's what's important. Okay, let's rebuild that. That's going to take all our money that we made last turns, but oh well. Looks like we'll take one more turn to repress and replenish before we attack. We could probably get away with attacking now, honestly. Can I reach it? I can't reach it this turn, so I'm going to take one turn to rest and recover there before I advance on the enemy. Cleves Mark, what's nice is that once I take Holland, I won't need such a big garrison in Cleves Mark, and I can hopefully make use of it elsewhere, maybe Hanover. Because Hanover, honestly, is a pretty small garrison, considering it's the one bordering an enemy, basically. Alright, let's end turn, because I think our... Oops, that's not what I was looking for. I want research. Yeah, it looks like that's still going strong. I don't think the game tells you if you're not doing research in this one, so that's why I always want to make sure I'm careful about it. Only ally is Spain, but we're alone with a lot of people. We're not doing too much on taxes, because we want to make sure the people are happy. Treasury. We could fire this minister if we want to, try and make him better. He has +1 regression, +2 to cost of town watch, and we're -1. Let's see. What else do you have? Jughead. I think I'm going to kick him and see if we get somebody better. Looks like you're basically the same. It looks like you're the exact same management level, but just like, but like a little bit worse in some respects. Oh well. So any other objectives, by the way? I'm curious. So I have missions. Liberation of Milan, targets of Milan. As long as I basically take it over, I'll basically be granted a unit. If I take Brussels, the Netherlands, because of the liberation, I get a bonus of 10,000 gold to my treasury. I assume it's gold. And then if I take Amsterdam, I'll take that. What's Torino? Torino's more northern. Is apparently this is that? Oh, it's right there. Piedmont, Liguria, who we're not currently at war with. So if we take them out, we'll basically get some money too. I guess we'll probably take down. It would be nice to take them out, mostly because they kind of are in the center. Would be in the center of our empire. You know, rather just take them out, have a nice clean border at that point. Now let's end turn here. Apparently their demands are join war. I'll take it. Most because I don't know who Bayern is. I'm already worth the whole world, so it's not a big deal to me. Let's see. Building constructed. Can I repair my port yet? No, it cannot repair it. It's too expensive. Need to take a few turns. So I'm just going to take this guy's army. I'm just going to advance now upon the Southern Netherlands. Apparently, there's basically nothing here, so I could potentially auto-resolve, but I'm a little bit worried about that one, because I think if I auto-resolve, it will be, I think it'll cost me more losses than I want, so I'm thinking I'm going to, actually fight that battle out, but I'm going to see what the current situation is overall. Napoleon is besieging these guys. Apparently they will surrender in 3 turns if they don't do anything, so I'm quite tempted to just let that go. Because either they'll attack me and it'll be to my advantage, or they'll surrender. These guys I don't think have walls built, so I'm just going to attack now. And once I take this entire northwest here, I'll just spread out a nice little garrison along our whole coast, so we keep out the British. And then once the British are kind of kept out, I will then use the rest of the army to I'll kind of reform into a slightly bigger army. Hopefully I'll have enough money by then, and then assist in pushing east along with Napoleon to keep the war going nice and fast. It is unfortunate that we have such a wide open water area for the British to just come in, but navies are expensive. So we would need to make a decent amount of money before we can take it on. Burps. Okay. Honestly, this is fine as is. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna bring our cannons up here before I unlimber them, so I'm gonna put them right here. And of course, just like before, we're gonna have one general in the middle. I'm gonna have one cav over here, other cav over here, and that should be good to go for me. For now, I'll keep all my infantry in one big group. I'll start spreading them out as the battle evolves. That's not what I want. We have to be kind of careful of the enemy's own machinations, as they might choose to, instead of sitting and sniveling, they might actually decide to make something happen. I think they're walking, but they're just some of them are just running right for now kind of situation. You're the right flank guy. I want you up here to keep an eye out for that enemy cav that I'm seeing going along. So I want you... This is probably the best spot for my cannons to be. The enemy does not seem to be advancing too much, except maybe on the right flank. So we'll need to keep an eye on that one. Looks like our left flank will probably separate and become more of an aggressive wing. So I'm actually going to grab this one, make it its own little group. I'm going to curve it inwards now. Have them run. While this one, I'm going to grab my right flank here, except for you. I want you back up. Everyone, you guys, except for you, Mr. Cavalry. I want... Did I break up the group? Yes, I did. I want these guys now to just Run, take this position, and then stop. Stop. So we need to get these guys now positioned to assist the battle. The reason why I stopped these guys is because the enemy is about to enter their range of fire. So I want my guys to be ready to fire at them when they get into position instead of, you know, having to get themselves ready. I think we could probably just charge my cav through the battle there and try and get them involved. Yeah, our center's having no problem with doing what I need them to do.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Our cannons are almost in position to where I need them to be. This cav force, I can send them. I'm going to send them to fight. I'm going to send them in against there. Now, let's bring this left flank that we had separated out, bring him into the fight. These guys over here, though, I'm going to start bringing in. How's it going over here? Looks like the cav has one over here, so I'm start pulling them back for now. Let things play out a little bit safer. Run away, though. Do not walk out of firing range of the enemy. Alright, now that we've got some shots off, I'm actually going to move these guys up a little bit. Same with these guys. Looks like our cav took a bit of a weird angle there, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Perfect. I quite like this front line here. I'm actually going to do, I'm going to curve this over here, bring them into the battle. Actually, I'm going to bring in these guys over here. I'm going to start using this guy in here. Run him over. Battle over here seems to be pretty stalled out. I'm going to unlimber our cannons now, because I kind of forgot to do that before.
Sir, your general has
Considering
been
we
killed.
have, what is this?
This
Heroic
is like
death? Oh my god, I accidentally sent my general in. Oh no. Oh no, I accidentally sent my general in to die. I thought I sent in a different cav unit. Ah, crap. That's bad. That's bad on my part. His general's bodyguard got this thing done, but the general unfortunately got himself killed. Ah. Start ordering. I'm basically gonna start not worrying about that flank. I'm gonna start just moving up in the center. And now that group's gonna get wiped out, so I'm gonna start running these guys over, making use of of my cav just wiping the floor. Should wipe the floor with those guys, not any issues. Alright, the general may be dead, but his bodyguard's still around, so I can make use of them. I'll charge those guys in their backsides while I'm moving the militia in to take the city. And no one back there to worry about. So
Our men are running, sir.
Oh my. I did not consider that. Did he take... You know, he probably died because when I accidentally used my general, they went through here, and that's probably why he's dead. I did think the pathing was weird considering the angle, but it took me a moment to realize exactly what was wrong. We've routed the armed citizenry. The enemy general is killed, however. It does look like the enemy is all routing now. We have one unit left, a 5th Battalion Militia unit, but that one's about to break too. The enemy fleeing, we are now victorious. I'm going to start moving my troops up. The reason why I'm running them after them right now is because the battle is essentially won, but I can still cause some havoc and make it so they do not return. Because as you can see, some of them have returned in the past. Then my battle's over. Heroic victory is unfortunate though. We did lose such a good general due to my own foolishness. Peacefully occupy. Yeah, it's unfortunate because the way the game is, we won't get a new general to replace him, so he's just kind of dead. We'll give this a moment to replenish, but this army is essentially healthy right now. See, that's a pretty small navy, so I can start really causing problems for him. And we got enough money now I can replenish buildings that I've taken. And I can use this to make upgrades to existing buildings to hopefully make more money in the long run. Perfect. As I said, I think I'm going to use some of that money to build some cheap militia units because I don't need a crazy amount of them. I just need enough. I just need enough to hold, essentially, the garrison line. And they need decent enough morale that they're not just going to instantly die. Where's that militia unit I was looking for? There he is, militia. Okay. End turn. I'm not in a hurry to take Württemberg right now. I want to take it eventually, and I also want to take Holland itself. You know, vengeance for my admiral. For what they've done to him. Is Meckel at war? Is it being attacked by somebody over here? No, it was just smoke from a factory. We're fully replenished and ready and raring to go now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave one unit here. I'm going to take basically everybody except for you out of the city. And it looks like they're going to keep the peace. I'm going to enlist a general. Thankfully, I just have enough for one. Oh, hello? Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. My girlfriend apparently had a class cancel, so she's home a little bit early, so we'll see what the rest of the day looks like. Maybe I'm not be able to record any more videos of this, but I would like it if I could. So let's see, Superior General mentioned in dispatches. So this one's probably the most superior one. I wonder why this guy is considered the best, because I think everyone, like this guy's pretty good too. I think I'm gonna go for this guy. The only thing I don't like about this guy is that he's a petty tyrant. I think it's a big problem. So I'm just gonna go for this guy. I'm gonna attack. We've routed the enemy. We have this one unit here left as a garrison. Thankfully, it looks like the populace is under control enough for me to hold it. I won't be able to actually take Holland. It's a bit too big of an army. I'm tempted to attack the port, however, and wipe out that other army there. At least gonna hold on this bridge and see what the enemy does in the next turn. Habsburgs have a lot of agents walking around. This looks like now we are under attack by the enemy. Quick save. Let's see, what time is it? How much time left? We have enough time. We're going to do it. We're going to fight this battle out now. Napoleon apparently deploys second, which is interesting. So we're going to fight. So we are defending against the enemy army. I think we'll win this pretty handily, but we'll see. Especially since the enemy will be forced to leave their defensive position inside the city to attack us. They have cannons, so we'll have to keep that in mind. And the cannons will probably be safely in the back of the city. However, depending on how the AI maneuvers, we might be able to actually put that to our advantage. Enemy area. Okay. So apparently we get to see where they're properly positioned, which means we know the cannons are here. This one's stuck behind a building, actually. So that'll be useless if we're on this side. What about the other cannon? Can we see it? I'm not immediately seeing anything that screams cannon. Grenadier. This is the other artillery over here. So it looks like if we stick to this side of the map, the enemy cannons will be basically useless, and our cannons will be free to fire upon the enemy. Let's unlimber this one here. Oh, but, which means I need to keep my guy. Which means I cannot use my deployable defenses, apparently. I mean, I can, but the optimal defensive position is not... I mean, this is not a bad defensible position. I just would love to have been over here. But yeah, I do not want to really hold down here if I can help it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use a lot of these anti-cav stuff so that way I can maneuver my troops to a better position, which I would think would be about here. Well, I mean, this would be good except for the trees. The tree, I mean... Let's see if I put my cannon there. If I put a... Oops, that's not a cannon. So if I put a cannon here... It would be able to fire, like, pretty well for most of the battlefield. You know what? I guess I'll do my best to use this defensible location here. Maybe make sure my troops are a little bit further down. And worst comes to worst, as I said, I will just use the deployable cavalry defenses and then just basically abandon and then move up a bit and take a more forward position. Yeah, the one that's I'm probably not going to deploy is going to be this one here. I mean, this area's not a bad spot. I would rather move it up a bit. So let me just grab everything and move it to safety down here. So I think our left flank will be a little bit higher up, but our cannons should still be able to fire over their heads onto the plains down below. This one's a bit of a weaker unit, so I'm going to keep it over there. Meanwhile, the rest of you guys, your jobs are to kind of push past your initial defensive line and just kind of push forward. That's good enough for me. So I can make use of these guys to extend the flank out a bit. The reason I'm kind of making it like this is because I think it'd be kind of nice if they try going this way. I can essentially flank them in turn, which is good for me. Boom. Okay, I think that'll be good enough for that flank. And this flank, I'll just need to run them into where I want them to be, and that's good enough. So the cannon here, I want to be over about here should be good. So that means I want to move these cavalry out of that spot right now, but... and essentially make use of this hillock to gain the advantage. Oops. Apparently you're a bit of a weaker troop. So I want to still keep you guys somewhat useful, so you're going to be basically a little bit more of smaller groups together. I need you guys to get into position fast though, so I'm not going to walk you like I otherwise might have. Where's this guy? He's over there. Okay, you're fine, you're fine. Napoleon Bonaparte will be safely back here, and I'm going to do my best not to accidentally click him. This cat has a nice clear shot essentially all the way down here. I'm going to just have them start target firing the enemies that I want dead. Anything that is not essentially armed citizenry, I want our cannons to focus fire on. Let's see. They're all armed citizenry over here, looks like, except for the light battalion over there, which I think I can still get a good angle on.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Looks like whatever cannons they do have are actually trying to hit Napoleon, so I'm going to pull Napoleon back a little bit at more safety. Well, I guess they could always, you know, reorganize. They probably just moved around their artillery a little bit. Apparently, those guys can I blast them with my own cannon? See, I'm going to get my cav ready to charge over here. Because if we could collapse this flank, that'll be a boon for us. We just took out the enemy's cannons. I'm going to start moving to canister shot, because that's going to be the most effective against enemy against the enemy infantry. These guys are perfectly in range for it to be blown to smithereens. We keep these guys over because those guys are definitely going to try something funny. Why can't I use you guys? There we go. Another thing, these guys are not in the best position. The hill actually goes up slightly above those, but they can't properly fire forward. We definitely want to keep this, clear up this flank as fast as possible. Yeah, this should allow me to take out these light infantry boys. Not too much difficulty. Actually, apparently they're saying that they're winning now. I'm gonna fall these guys back. Make use of canister shot. Fire down at the armed citizenry there.
Our men are running, sir!
I think my troops running away. Honestly, totally should have swapped that to Bastion mode, but I did not think things through, apparently. Did my canisters perhaps take that guy out, or did he just get... I assume that must have been what happened. I must have accidentally killed this troop. There's no other reason why they'd be that wounded. My bad, then.
Our men are running, sir!
Units flanking over here. Just fleeing over here now. Why do I have these units here? Well, that's weird. I'm surprised these armed citizens are doing so well. Let's see if I can get these guys to move up now. That'd be awesome. Alright, let me keep an eye on what's going on over here. So it looks like the enemy is starting to successfully push in against my lines. Let me activate this guy over here. My general's gonna have to get ready for some battles now. Well then, this is a bit awkward. Surprised by how well the armed citizenry is doing right now. Oops, wrong units. Wait, you guys should be charging right there. What about you? Oh, apparently I have more cav than I thought I did, which is interesting. Just walk these guys up on this hill. What's going on over here? You guys are doing just fine. Need to remove these guys around ASAP. Focus fire on that general's bodyguard. So these guys have won. Get back to your positions, men. So over here, we are definitely winning the battle on this flank. Let me start turning. So these guys are doing a really good job holding the line against these armed citizenry. Meanwhile, we have units moving up here. We have units who've come back from routing. We start moving these guys up. We're gonna walk them. Don't run them. If possible, do not run infantry. I would order my cav to not do the enemy things over there. Alright. Now that 1st Grenadier Battalion is now the only thing left of the enemy holding this flank. Their entire center has collapsed. I'm going to order my cancer shots to start wiping them out. I think the only thing they have left now are their cannons. I think everything else is routed on their side of the battle. It looks like everything else is routed on their end. Napoleon will definitely need to take some time to rest and recover after this battle, though. It was a little bit brutal to it for him. The cannons are doing exactly what I need them to do, and that is to basically wipe the floor of the enemy. Looks like I have a unit of light enemy infantry returning to the battle. They're going steady. I'm honestly a little bit proud of the fact that these guys have stood proudly at this point. However, they will die all the same. Is that enemy general's bodyguard? Apparently the enemy's general bodyguard has stopped routing, so I'll deal with them after I deal with these cannons over here. Okay, looks like 1 unit of line infantry has returned, but no matter. Let me just reposition these guys a little bit to meet them head on, in case they just choose to do anything nefarious. And move these guys up as well. They're under assault and they're doing just fine. Focus that one down. Looks like my cav beat these guys there. So let's just send them after the enemy's general's bodyguard. Looks like our other cav unit routed. Not too surprising. I did use them quite heavily to try and secure the right flank, as I did. That guy's about to break. That guy has actually broken. He's not about to break. Let's see. I don't see anything else on the enemy's side except for that general's bodyguard left rarity to battle. So I'm going to angle my guys as best I can here. Yep, nothing else is returned. That guy's still routing. That guy's actually come back. However, these guys for some reason are basically breaking their guard mode duties, which is strange.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Yeah, your job at this point is to just basically kind of... Because they attacked me, I don't think I'll immediately get the settlement, so I'm basically trying to wipe out as much as I can of the enemy that is still left alive. Yeah, that general bodyguard is still trying to hold on there. Until this general gives up, the battle's not going to be over. That guy's actually pretty healthy, so we definitely want to focus that one down. You can focus that one down for now. And so far, none of these guys have rallied, so they're just getting cut down. Keep focusing those guys. The general's staff should rout soon. I'm surprised they're just standing there letting me shoot at them. That's kind of weird in my view, but you do you, boo. You do you. You're a militia unit, so you're the one I'm most actually concerned about when it comes to a cav charge. Let's follow you back, actually. On that note. Keep him in line, boys. Keep him in line. Those guys are holding out. You're dead. How are you looking over here? You guys, you finished chasing that boy down? Might as well chase down these armed citizenry while you're at it. So you are pretty healthy for an armed citizenry left alive, so we'll just take you out. Let me bring that guy unit over here. Before I just charge in my general's bot, my Napoleon. Looks like that. Now, finally, he's routed. I do have quite the respect for this unit that's still holding on strong while being under missile fire from multiple units. On that note, I'm going to try and move up my troops to a better firing position to try and hit them. Keep an eye out. Did anybody else come back from being routed? Does not look like it. I'm moving this guy in because I want this guy to take him out because I don't want to risk my general on accident getting killed. And it's better to just send this guy in and finish it off than it is to just let my guys aimlessly shoot, you know, be in a shootout where they actually are being taken out a little, you know, one by one. Now you can see multiple volleys going up, but only like one guy here or there is being taken out. So let's just finish this. The reason I brought them around like this is I want to reduce the amount of damage that they're about to potentially take from my own troops. Now, there we go. Dead. That should be the last unit left for them, right? Who's still alive for the enemy? There we go. I was about to say, like, I could have sworn everyone was routed there. Ah, victory for Napoleon. So we lost about 1,000 troops in that battle. So it definitely wasn't a free win for us by any means. Looks like Mecklenburg is at war with Sweden. College sabotaged. How rude. What was that one researching? Oh, apparently, wait, I have new colleges now. Oh, probably because I took Amsterdam. Or maybe, no, that one just finished. So, let's see. National Census reduces administration costs. I do like that. Let's see, let's have you build, what is this? Classical economics. Apparently not a good thing. Public schooling, I do like that. So let's do that. Perfect. Field training. So that means our troops should be a bit better now in combat. So we got sabotaged and kissed by somebody, not me. Let's demand their surrender, see if they accept it. Apparently, they will not deign to surrender, so I'm just going to auto-resolve it. I'm going to peacefully occupy it. Does my objective allow me to subjugate? I'm not sure if subjugation counts towards it, but Württemberg has now been destroyed. Only the nobility are completely unhappy. Everyone else is like, eh, I didn't like them anyways. So our own spy here, we have a gentleman now. See, I'm going to move this guy over here, see what the situation is in Italy. I'm going to send this guy here to spy on Switzerland. Infiltrate. Switzerland has a decently sized army, so taking Switzerland will probably be pretty hard. Probably Bavaria is also going to have a decently sized army. It's going to be a bit hard now to go on the offensive, considering now this whole border is going to be I'm at war with somebody essentially along my whole border. So what I'm going to try do is, I want to take Holland as fast as possible. Because once I take Holland, I'll be able to, I won't need to worry about my western flank in the immediate term. But yeah, I need to start basically increasing the garrison in these settlements. Probably recruit more of the line infantry here, because those guys actually seem to be able to hold up. That's even a decent morale. Always make sure units have a respectable morale, or else it'll be a bit of a problem. And now that I have money to spare, I'm going to send cheap militia troops to hold the line for me, essentially, along these shipyards, prevent a raid from potentially happening. So what it is, we're going to do one little end turn sequence, and then I'm going to actually end the episode here. I'm not sure if I will to make any more episodes after this one, but we'll see. Apparently I just unlocked an achievement. Capture 10 regions and play the game for 10 hours total. Yeah, I've not played Napoleon. As I said, this is the first time this is the first campaign I've ever played Napoleon. I played lots of Empire, but very little Napoleon. Rude. Hanover got sabotaged too. Württemberg's on strike. Not too surprising. Hopefully once I get the money to repair the capital, it'll make the workers a little bit more happy. Also, I'm about to have some of my construction completed that I had initiated. These guys are a little bit worse than you, so I'm actually going to send this one to hold that harbor, because might as well have the stronger unit there. If I'm being honest, I should probably send this one over there. Alright guys, that's going to be end of the episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to be able to record more videos of this series soon, because I very much enjoy it. If you guys like the video, press the like button down below. Subscribe to see more of my content. Comment down below if you do want to see more, and I'll try to make time for it on my normal schedule. Because right now, because I have plenty of free time this week, I've been trying to pump out these videos and basically build a stockpile of them for the future. So what we can always do is save it for another time, though. Alright guys, take care. Bye-bye.